All right, shall we do a quick wrap up? I think I'm running low on battery, so let's not do this
Yeah.
too long on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. It'll be an easy wrap up.
Yeah, so should I go first or you want to go first?
You keep going. So I'll go first. So we watched Blonde Crazy together. Kind of, I bailed on it because it was not very good. It's an older movie. Um, I have been diving into the unfortunately named boy love genre of dramas. It is where the LGBT stuff is. I think it's Japan's fault. It's called boy love. It
Interesting.
sounds bad, but usually at least the boys are with boys and the men are with men. And it is very low budget. And the one thing I'm having trouble finding stuff that's watchable because it's so low budget. There's some interesting ones that have been made since COVID started where they're actually meeting on video chat and then like meeting in the real world with masks on. And it makes you think about how malleable lower budget industries are to me. Like, I haven't seen that happening over here in the United States. Like, we're still
Yeah.
kind of pretending it's not happening.
Yeah.
But also there are lower case numbers, I believe, in South Korea and Thailand and places like that, which is where these are being shot. So we'll see. I haven't actually watched many because they look so bad. They're just so like you would find them. I watched a Chinese one that was I really enjoyed, but like tables were covered with cloths, and you're like, why did you cover it? Like in a dorm room, like just some like wacky wallpaper, like just the lowest budget. But there's some interesting stuff happening, so I watched the whole thing. But you would find it unwatchable.
Okay.
The other interesting thing is like Korean dramas are notorious for like bad kissing. Like it's a little better now, but you go back like 10 years and it's just like
It's like a
pecks on
pecs.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boy love genre, people who watch that are not okay with that. Like you find some criticism of it in the straight stuff where it's like, the kisses aren't that great. Like, it's just the pecs. Why is it so weird enough? In the boy love reviewers, it's like it's like they want porn or something. They're like, it wasn't hot enough. And often a fair number of these men are straight, and I'm not sure they're entirely comfortable with what they're doing. It seems like a weird, and so you're seeing just you see in straight stuff, but the people watching it are like, I will not stand for these pecs. And it's like, it's very strange to me.
Odd.
Anyway, so that's the rabbit hole I went down, and I'm starting to watch a daily drama, and I'll let you know how that goes, because there's 3 kinds of Korean dramas. Apparently there's weekday dramas, which are what we usually see, the like 16, 20 episode ones. And this is
Right.
Korean, I don't know how it works in China or Japan. There's weekend dramas, and those air on Saturday and Sunday, and there's like 60 episodes. And then there's daily dramas, and those are like soap operas airing Monday through Friday, and they have 100 plus episodes. But they do end, unlike American soap operas.
Right, which have never ended.
Yeah.
They're all
That's
still
my
going.
story.
All right, so I watched nothing like that.
No Thailand boy love films for you.
No, I mean I'd watch a movie maybe, but TV again. I still owe you a few Korean dramas, and I'm going to get to those. I just have to get through.
And
I've
I'm
been
trying to
watching.
recommend the ones you would actually want to watch.
Yes, and I do want to get to those, but I'm still working my way through Stargate Atlantis, and I'm also making my way through Stargate SG-1, and I still need to get back to watching some of the Star Trek stuff so we can talk about it, but I got to find time for that. It's been so busy at work, I haven't really put the effort into that, but I will. Anyway, Stargate's been fun. I like Stargate SG-1. We just watched one of my favorite episodes for Stargate SG-1, and I think it's called The Changeling, and it's a teal
That's what you said.
episode from season 6. And it's just one of my favorite SG-1 episodes, and I need to I haven't done it yet. I need to see if there's podcasts about that. You can find upteenth podcasts about Star Trek, but is there anybody else who likes Stargate the way I do? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Anyways, the movies I watched were Mothra versus Godzilla, which Godzilla, I forget what it's called. Godzilla Raids Again, I think, is the second one, and that one is just so boring and there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
And then King Kong versus Godzilla was kind of bad but good.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was really a bad good movie, but it's a pretty silly movie, and like it's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, man in ape suit versus man in Godzilla suit. Like it's fun. This is the first one since the first one, Mothra versus Godzilla, where like they put some effort into like hiding the suit and like it wasn't just completely obvious what was going on. The plot still made very little sense, and it's just there are humans in it, but who cares? Like they kind of run around, and it's fun to see what's going on, and it's not like the musicals we've talked about. It's not that there's nothing. It's just that like you kind of have to be into monster movies, I think, to appreciate the plot. Maybe I don't know. It was fun. I liked Mothra versus Godzilla. It was pretty good. I watched all of Blonde Crazy. I don't like James Cagney anymore, and I'm not sure I like Joan Blondell anymore either. I think that's who was in it, right? Joan
Yep,
Blondell.
you got it.
I don't think I like either of them anymore, and I don't want to think about this movie. It was just so empty of anything.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Just people slapping.
Another one to prove when people are like, the movies of the past were so much better. No, watch Blonde Crazy.
Watch Blonde Crazy and tell me what you think of it. I did. The only thing I appreciated is that it is a pre-code movie, so there's a few pre-code things in it that are kind of interesting, but that's it.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of short films. I did Greetings from Africa, which is one of the Cheryl Dunier shorts, and that one was it's interesting. I shouldn't say that. I should say I don't like, there are shorts I watch that are good movies, like the Quay Brothers shorts, like those are just good movies, shorts, but good movies. And this is like, I don't know that Greetings from Africa is great or anything. It's definitely an interesting perspective that you don't see enough of because of how I guess Hollywood works and how money and financing works. I don't know. People suck, but it's interesting, kind of to see that perspective and to see what Cheryl Dunier was trying. Chip in the background is just like
this is tail.
Yeah,
appearing and disappearing.
But so I liked watching Greetings from Africa, and then I watched Plaisir d'Amour en Iran, which is a short that sort of accompanies One Sings, the Other Doesn't, which is an Agnes Varda movie, and that was kind of
I think it's Agnes, isn't it?
Agnes, yeah, I think I say it the wrong way, Agnes Vardas, and that was a good short. I enjoyed it, and another one called Réponse des Femmes, which is something she did for like a TV program or something, and that was actually like a really good short. It wasn't just interesting because it was associated with something. This is all on the Criterion channel, but I did this was the stuff I was doing during work because I couldn't really, like I needed like a 5-minute break, so I'd go watch a short or something. And then I rewatched The Endless, which is still one of my favorite movies of the last X number of years. I think it's a pretty, it's an amazing movie. I caught more of the issues with the camera. Like there's one scene where there's a reflection, and I'm not sure why. It must just be an issue with the camera. I caught some, like in the beginning, the cinematography isn't quite as solid as until they get to the camp section. So I don't know if there was, just how
it's an extremely low budget film.
Yeah, but it is just a great movie, and I got more things out of it this time. I think if you like horror movies, it's not exactly a horror movie, but it is like a psychological movie. Like it's just amazing. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
All right, so what are you watching this week?
I don't know. I'm more dramas and more Marilyn Monroe. And so I have given you a challenge, and I'm going to give you the option. If you feel like really challenging yourself, watch Lily.
Okay.
If you want, I think the more Gigi is talked about more. Like it is spoken about in the
ethos more.
In the ethos and the cloud of film talking. So that might be more relevant for you that way. Okay. But let me know which one you end up watching. I have watched Lily more recently and more often than Gigi. So
I will let you know what I end up choosing. We'll see where my brain is.
I would not blame you for just going for Gigi. And it's a film you should see. So I'll be watching one of those, whichever you watch.
And we are also watching Niagara and Bus Stop, right?
Right, the Marilyn movies.
Yeah, so I'm watching those that Sarah just mentioned. I'm probably going to try and catch another Godzilla movie. I've been doing like one a week, which is a good pace for I think however many I have in my box set. So there's that. I think tomorrow we're watching. Actually, you're also watching Merrily We Go to Hell potentially tomorrow, which is a Dorothy Arzner I've wanted to watch. And then I don't know what else I'm going to do. I don't know. We've watched. I don't know. I might watch. I think I want to get Jill to watch Mildred Pierce before it leaves the Criterion channel, so we might watch that. But yeah, a Godzilla movie. Merrily We Go to Hell. Maybe I'll get another 70s horror in there somewhere. I'll watch it somehow. But who knows?
Sounds good.
All right. So have a good time, everybody. A good November. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sounds great. All right.
Bye.
Bye.